athletes listening, parents, share this with your athletes. When they go to the bench after a mistake, know that the coach is probably going to get on to them. If the coach doesn't, that means the coach has probably said, I've had enough. I've told you, I don't know how many times, you're just not listening. Now, I'm still going to give kids as much as I can, talk to them as much as I can. But at some point in time, if they continuously make the same mistake over and over and over again, and it has now become a choice. They have chosen not to listen. They have chosen not to try to improve it, and they keep making the same mistake. So when they come to the bench, they made a mistake. Coach gets on to them. Here's the advice. Close your mouth. Don't say a word. Make eye contact with the coach. Say, yes, coach, I'll work on it. Don't say I know. Don't say, yeah. All disrespectful. Now, they're going to have to actively train the mind because their immediate response is just going to be, yeah, I know. I talked to a player the other day. I said, I get it. Right away, that's what you want to say. Train your mind just to not say a word. Because once you say, I know, or yeah, which when a player says that to me, they're benched for quite some time. That's just totally rude, totally disrespectful. And once again, I'm training them not only to be better hockey players, but to be better citizens, to be better leaders in our community, to be, hopefully at some point in time, maybe they're coaching. Yeah, but whether they're coaching or not, they're going to get a job in our society, in our community. And as an employer owning a business, if I'm talking to them, they go, yeah. Whoa, gone. I mean, I would do a kind of a vetting process, so hopefully I wouldn't hire someone like that in the first place, which I know I'm bouncing around a little bit here, but it all gets back to the main point. Ice time is what they want now. Well, a job and a raise is what they want later. So trying to produce the best leaders we can. So, but one of the things I mentioned to them, especially when we're doing tryouts, and yeah, you got to have some type of skill and athletic talent and ability to play at the varsity level or the juniors level, the collegiate level, the pro level. But I'm talking to them about that window of opportunity. You know, hockey players retire, most of them before 35, right? So they got the rest of their life. So they're going to have to get a job in the community. Well, what they learned about themselves regarding their character, what they learned about getting that ice time, being respectful, not being a jerk, that's going to help them get jobs in the real world. So back to what I tell the players, would I hire you to work for my company? If the answer is yes, man, and you got the talent, you're playing. If the answer is no, man, I mean, even if you're the most talented athlete in the world, you're not going to do me any good in the locker room because you're going to breed negativity. You're going to be blabbing, talking bad about the coaches. You're going to be having your little cliques. It just spreads. Ugh, almost like a cancer. Can't have that. Can't have that. So back to the initial question. How does your kiddo get more ice time? Learning to win off the ice in order to win on the ice. With that, and here's my 4 points. And write this down maybe. Yeah. Or at least program it in your subconscious mind. 1 is the attitude of excellence. 2, mindset of a champion. 3, work ethic of an underdog. And 4 is that heart of a warrior. Bring those things. And I tell players all the time, look, freshmen, sophomores, underclassmen, you may not get as much ice time right now as you want. I get that. But what you're doing is you are showing the coach that they can trust you, that you're not going to throw a fit. You're not going to pout. You're going to show up at every single practice you're invited to and give it all you got, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when opportunities present themselves. And they do, because injuries happen. And if the year goes on by, you've got upperclassmen, seniors that graduate and move on. Those opportunities will present themselves. But you throw a little temper tantrum, you think, oh, it ain't fair. It ain't fair. Throw those fits. And you're telling me you can't handle adversity. You're telling me you can't handle setbacks. You're telling me, one, you're not humble enough to put the team first. And I remind them, the name on the front is a heck of a lot more important than the name on the back. And yes, I borrowed that from Herb Brooks.